time, official time is 3:40. The first event in 20 minutes is the women's 3A 4x200 meter relay. At this time, we have the Prairie coaching staff who is in charge of exchange zones. Prairie High School coaching staff is in charge of exchange zones. Those flags are located at the finish line.
Hello, everybody.
Hey.
And welcome to day one of the Greater St. Helens League Track and Field Championships. Matt Griffin from EPS Sports alongside the man, Rodney Lawrence. Thanks for coming out, Rodney.
Hey, no problem at all, man. Glad to be out here. Nice, cold, brisk day for a track meet, isn't it?
We were talking about how today is the non-rainy day.
Yeah.
And we have
a 2-day event.
very few of them these days. The forecast today, a little breezy, but no wind or no rain expected until later tonight. So we'll probably have some rain tomorrow.
Yeah, most definitely.
We're encouraging everybody to dress warm.
Yeah.
Last year, I was telling Rodney, I don't know why I didn't call him, but the Greater St. Helens League Track and Field Championships was a one-day event because of COVID. And so because of that, I was on the air for 7.5 hours.
It's a long day.
Yeah, and
it's a long day.
Anyway, I love track and field, but that was a lot of talking by myself, so I should have called you. My apologies. But today, or this year, it is a 2-day event. Again, all finals, split between 4A and 3A. And since last year, there have been some changes in both 4A and 3A because of changes in the number of students at some schools and then some Vancouver schools.
Little classifications. A couple of them dropped to 2, didn't they?
Yeah, it dropped to 2 or competing unaffiliated, or non-affiliated.
I think Fort is one of the unaffiliated. Yeah.
So a little confusing. I don't know the ins and outs of that, but we're going to have 2 days of really good competition here. And like last year, and I think we had a, year or two since we didn't do it because of the dark times.
You're right, exactly.
And but we are back to inviting event winners up to talk with us. So throughout today and tomorrow's broadcast, we'll step aside from calling the races to introducing you to some of our event winners. And the events are supposed to kick off with the 4x200 event. And I believe, did I not give myself an event sheet.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah, so the first running event is scheduled for 4 o'clock, so we probably won't talk straight through till 4. We'll step aside for a minute and just take a look at the sights and sounds of McKenzie Stadium as we get ready for the event. We just wanted to come on the air a little bit early to iron out any technical bugs, and I think we are good to go.
Sounds like it.
We are on the air on Comcast channels 28 and 328 and streaming live also on the Evergreen Public Schools YouTube channel. So anyway, sit down, grab something warm to drink or eat, because it gets a little chilly up here at the top of
still drinking cocoa in
McKenzie
track
Stadium.
season.
Yeah, we're still drinking cocoa in track season. Right. I'll never get it.
No.
Last year, April, we went from the driest April on record to the wettest,
yeah.
April on
They're
record.
paying us back this year for it.
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll be here, rain or shine. We're undercover. It's a little bit windy up here, but we needed to be outside of the press box so we can invite the event winners up to chat with us over here by our broadcast truck.
Yeah, I'm looking for this to be super exciting, man. I was kind of looking at some of the events that we're actually going to be running today and some familiar names back from the football days. So it's nice to see kids playing more than one sport. And so it's going to be nice and interesting to see some of these kids outside of their football uniforms just out here just running as fast as they can. So that'll be nice.
And it's a good opportunity as we get ready for our broadcast to thank the voters in the Evergreen Public Schools attendance area for passing our recent replacement levy, because levy funds are absolutely critical for our sports programs, particularly our middle school sports programs. In Evergreen Public Schools, we do have a middle school track program that feeds into our high schools, and you're going to see proof of what your tax dollars pay for, and these are the kind of activities that make students better people, better athletes, better students. And so once again, thank you, voters, for approving our replacement levy.
I mean, everybody got out and politicked it and got out there and got in front of this and talked about it a lot to make sure we were going to get the necessary votes to get this passed. I still have a daughter who's in middle school, so it was personal for me.
Right.
And she does participate in sports, so it was definitely personal for me to make sure that she was still going to get an opportunity to continue that.
Yeah.
She has one more year next year in middle school before she comes up to the high school. So.
Another thing our levy helps pay for is our school buses, our transportation.
Yeah.
And it's really vital, especially for students to get to a meet like this. And then also when they get to postseason competition, or if they were to qualify for a higher level of competition, state competitions, levy funds help transport our students to those competitions.
Yeah. No, the money goes a long way, so it's a good deal that it passed. And
all right, so we're going to step aside just for about 8 or 9 minutes here as we get ready for the first event, the 4x200. I think that's right.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
Girls 3A, women's 3A.
So we'll be back in just a couple of minutes. All right, we are just moments away from our first event of the day, the 4A girls 4x200 meter relay. And so in lane 4, you will have Skyview. Lane 5 will be Camas. Lane 6, Battleground. And lane 7, Union. All right, so we're going to get this figured out. I think my order of events and my number. Okay, so.
This is the third and final call for women's 3A.
Okay. The 4A and the 3A got swapped on us. So we are going to start with the 3A girls 4x200 meter relay. In lane 4 will be Kelso. In lane 5 will be Prairie. In lane 6 will be Evergreen. In lane 7 will be Mountain View. That graphic there you're seeing is for the 4A. That'll be our second event of the day. I'm going to have to run into the truck and rearrange some graphics. Prairie's coming in with a seed time of 1:54.59. Evergreen 1:55.54. Just about a second difference. This is a race that I live in Oregon, so this is not a race. This doesn't happen in Oregon, so not a lot of states run the 4x200. So this is a fun event. It's one you'll see at relay meets, but not. Right. It's a
and
big.
they only run it. This is the only one that they that the boys don't also run. This
Correct,
is just a
correct.
girls' event in the state of Washington.
It's already a big undertaking to get this broadcast on the air with the help of our video production students from Mountain View High School and some alums. So one of these days we're going to try and figure out how we can get the race time into our computer. We haven't quite cracked that,
cracked that code yet. Huh?
And as you can see there to the left of your screen, the starter official in the upper left portion of your screen in the white hat.
Looks like we're looking for white flags all the way around the track to go ahead and get this race started.
Yeah, you'll have some lane judges around the sides of the track, and it's their job to indicate to the starter with a white flag that they're ready for the race to start. And then as they get to the exchange zones, making sure that the handoffs are clean. And they might want to tell the javelin thrower out there in lane 6 or 7 getting ready to warm up that I guess they've got an eye on her. We don't want anybody getting run over.
No, not at all. Not at all. Handoffs are going to be very crucial. Not as crucial as the 4x1. They generally get to come in a little slower. But everybody is, as you can see, we've got a view there of the starters, but the third leg here is already out here on the track, down here by the finish line, and they're all lined up. There are, so for the ones who aren't familiar, there is an exchange zone that they have to be able to hand the stick off in, and that is crucial on making sure that each team is going to stay qualified all the way around the track during the race.
Starter pistols up.
Is that a false start? Or because they didn't say set, are we okay?
Officials chatting about it.
Is there one to the field? How does that work in here in the high school level? When she's explaining her case, pleading her case out there, because she did come out of the blocks once they had already been.
I think at the district level, we're still in the learning phase, so I'm not certain that you're disqualified right out of the gate. I don't think we want to start the meet that way anyway.
Right, that'd be tough.
So that might be a gimme.
Yeah. Guns up.
And we're off, the first event. 3A girls 4x200.
Evergreen already making up the stagger early. Getting out in front to lead. Prairie in second, Mountain View in third at the time. And it looks like they're a little trouble there on that handoff with Evergreen, but they get it. Comes around the track.
I see a white flag, so even though that exchange was awfully late, it's still a clean handoff.
Evergreen coming down the track now with a big lead. Another tough handoff there for Evergreen.
There's Prairie.
Prairie takes the lead right there in the curve there.
Keeping in mind Prairie came in just slightly ahead with their seed time.
Kelso now trying to come up here. We'll see the handoff exchange.
Evergreen challenging.
She is closing the gap here. Let's see how it looks like here on the straightaway down home here. Does close the gap. Prairie wins the race. Evergreen, then Kelso.
And there comes Mountain View. Prairie, pretty commanding performance there.
Yeah, they sure did. It's that third leg. She's the one who made the big push there. Evergreen in first place for the first two handoffs.
So it may take a little bit for us to get the runners set. These relays always take a little while, especially the 4x200, because you've got to spread kids out all over the track. and especially for students who are younger, haven't had a chance to figure out the handoffs, the zones, where they're supposed to be, when they're supposed to be. So it does take a while to set up these relays. So for as many times as I screwed it up, this will be the 4A girls 4x200. So this will be the graphic we kept showing you over and over again.
Exactly. This is the Skyview Camas Battleground in Union.
Correct. So
group now, 4A.
If my heat sheet is correct, Skyview will be in lane 4. Camas will be in lane 5. There it is. Battleground will be in lane 6. And Union will be in lane 7. Thanks, Wade, for sorting those graphics. I might have to take a break during one of the longer races and reshuffle that.
Get that all taken care of for us.
There are a lot of moving parts in a track meet. I was down there.
Sure is.
Listening to Coach Matheson, Adam Matheson from Mountain View High School, who's the head coach, if you will, for this event, and it took a lot of work. They didn't have the right high jump pit. Somebody had to go get a high jump pit. Somebody had to bring some more hurdles. Somebody had to bring this, that, and the other, and he was thanking all the coaches in the Greater St. Helens League for
everybody got together and got it done, huh?
Yeah,
got it all taken care of.
Many hands make light work.
Yep.
In this event, Camas with the best time coming into the race, 151.29.
Yeah, based on the scores, it looks like, the times, it looks like they're not going to have a whole lot of competition. We'll just kind of see if somebody's going to show up and show out today and give Camas a race.
I am excited. The leadoff runner, supposed to be the leadoff runner from Skyview. And my apologies in advance throughout the course of these 2 days of broadcast if I mispronounce names. So I'm going to try and get this as correctly as I can. Amem Tekperi, you're going to see her in a couple hurdles races coming up. One later today, and I believe I saw her name tomorrow, and she is ranked in the top 10, 15 in the state in both events. So really fast athlete there from Skyview in the leadoff leg, if they run in the order that it shows on the heat sheet.
Good deal with a little strategy, I would imagine, with that. She's going to get him out there quick, see how if she's able to make up any stagger on this first leg.
Starter's gun is up. Clean start.
Right now everything's clean. All the teams seem to be staying pretty much. No staggers really made up right now. Camas closing in, creating a bunch there in this first exchange. It's going to be all about how good these first exchanges are going to be. Good, clean handoffs.
Skyview with a very good handoff. So Camas.
Skyview comes around the corner in the lead, but Battleground now steps out in front here to take the lead on this second leg.
Camas has got some distance to make up
for
having the fastest seed time.
Clean handoff by Battleground.
Whoa, good handoff.
Commanding lead now. Skyview takes off, trying to catch her. Camas still in third place.
Now for this event, the first 3 legs, first 3 runners have to run in their lanes.
Yep.
And at the last exchange, the last 200 meters, they get to cut into the inside of the track.
Yeah, good job there.
Oh, here comes
nice
Camas.
Close size. Camas trying to close in. This is going to be a good exchange. Good handoffs by everybody. So here's the race right here.
Oh, look at, they're fighting for position
Camas,
on the inside there.
Battleground and Skyview. Skyview and Battleground battling, trying to come out of that corner. Battleground takes the lead, but here comes Camus out on the outside. See if they're going to be able to catch her. Camus strides it out. A nice fight as they come down the track. Camus takes the lead just by a little. And Camus wins the race. Great run.
And that's why I like track and field.
There you go. They had the two fast ones at the end. Battleground surprised everybody there, taking the lead there for the first two legs in the middle.
Really clean exchanges from all the squads out there today. Really impressed with the handoffs there.
No, they did have nice clean handoffs in the exchange, especially that third one. It just made the race that much better when everybody takes off like that in a bunch.
So a little background for folks that don't remember. The reason I asked Rodney out here because he was a sprinter in high school.
Yeah,
college.
long time ago.
Long time ago. Well, same here, my friend. And a sprint coach.
Yes.
And when I was in high school, in college, I was a distance runner. And so I know a little bit about sprints and a lot more about distance races. And probably Rodney's a little bit of the opposite.
Yes, most definitely.
So,
I know a lot about sprints, a little bit about distance. I just know that's a long way to run. That's always I've always thought of it that way.
Yeah, I had one of the Evergreen High School field coaches come up and ask me what events I ran. And I said, well, in high school I ran the 1600 and the 3200, but in college I ran the 5000 and the 10,000. And she said, oh, I can't even count that high.
Yeah, that's a lot. That is a lot.
So in just a second here, we'll have our first person in the winner's circle. I'm going to step aside and get ready for this interview. 1 second.
Second call for men 3A 1600 meters. Second call.
First winner's circle interview. I'm here with Judah from Kelso High School.
Yeah.
Tell me about your event today.
So we did triple jump and took first. Yeah, surprise.
A man of few words. What year in school are you, Judah?
2023.
Okay, so you've got another year on you.
Yeah.
How did your event go today?
It went perfect. I PR'd 2 times, I believe.
Okay.
So that was exciting. Loved it.
So on to state?
Hopefully. I mean,
Hopefully.
yeah.
Okay. It's a little windy up here right now. What was the wind like? For folks who don't know, McKenzie Stadium, the long jump and the triple jump are away from the track on the top side of the stadium. What was the wind like today? It's been a little windy.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was pretty windy. We had the wind pushing against us, but thankfully, I mean, I thank God for pushing me to get there.
So into the wind,
yeah.
you still set 2 PRs.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Congratulations,
Thank
Judah,
you.
and we'll be on the lookout for you next year, okay?
Yep. Thank you.
All right.
Perfect.
Thank you so much. We'll take that. All right. Our first winner's circle interview.
All right,
So
good job.
what we're going to do, I think we have somebody sitting in the wings for another interview, but what we're going to do, we need to step aside for this race. And let's see. Again, this is backwards, so Wade, the graphic we're looking for, if it's correct, would be the 3A. Is that right?
Yes. That is,
Yes.
yes, that is the 3A.
The 3A boys 1,600 meters. Yo, there we go. So, the entrants in this race are Norman Hartman from Kelso, Luke Twist from Evergreen, Spencer Hoyt from Prairie, Ethan Peterson from Prairie, Jake Beck from Kelso, Lorenzo Anguiano from Evergreen High School, Logan Bigelow from Prairie High School, Cameron Madison from Kelso, and Brandon Cho from Mountain View High School. Cameron Madison is a junior, comes in with a seed time of 4:38.2. Brandon from Mountain View High School, a senior, 4:37.57. So you're going to look for runners from Kelso and Mountain View out towards the front of this race 4 times around the track.
Our next winner for the circle there, she's got another, get ready for another event, so she'll come join us here as this race is started.
So I mentioned Brandon Cho from Mountain View High School. He will be in the white singlet with the blue shorts. He's currently running in the 4th position, and if memory serves correctly, he won this event last year. I didn't have time to do my research there, but I do believe that he was district champion last year, so we'll see what we got going on.
He's kind of tucked in right now, letting everybody else fight the wind for him.
Well, like Judah said, you know, he was running into the wind for his event.
Yeah.
And so, you know, when we get to these running events, there's one side of the track where they're running into the wind,
yeah,
and the other side they're getting pushed.
Kelso way out in front right now.
And if I'm just judging by seed times alone, you know, we don't have numbers on the athletes, so we can't tell who's who. But if the seed times are correct, that might be Cameron Madison. Otherwise, that might be also Jake Beck.
Came out with a pretty fast 400. We'll see if he's able to sustain that. The pack's kind of thinned out a little bit here. Kelso, Mountain View, Kelso there, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, was it looks like.
Brandon from Mountain View running a real patient race, just being real steady. Like I said, with the fastest seed time, there's no reason to push the pace if it's not absolutely necessary. And he has, you know, a full 2 laps to go.
Kelso still looks strong, first runner. Doesn't seem to be leaves it any gas here.
In the 1,600 meters, it's, you know, really oftentimes, not always, but it's the final 600 meters that decides it.
Yeah. I mean, this race is almost a sprint nowadays.
Everything's a sprint to me.
Yeah. I mean, the times that these kids run nowadays, you know.
And so right about there is where they are. 600 meters left to go.
Mountain View has taken his time, slowly closing the gap. Looks like he is getting a little closer now. Like you said, at 600, starting to make his move here. See if Kelso will be able to hold him off of this last 400.
And there's the bell lap. Brandon Cho about 15 meters back.
Well, the gap seems to be getting wider there.
He's got his work cut out for him, but let's see.
There is some wind in his face down there on that back stretch. Kelso seems to be getting faster and stronger in this final lap here. This last 200. But here comes Mountain View again. He's picked it up too. We'll see if this is going to be a race down here to the last.
Boy, this is going to be decided right here.
There you go. He's not going to have enough gas to do that. Kelso ran this race very strategically. He just got out in front and stayed in front, made everybody fight to get him.
On a windy day, running in the lead from the gun to the tape is not easy to do.
Not at all. Not at all.
Credit to Kelso. And again, because I don't have numbers, I don't want to mistakenly give credit to the wrong person, but I do believe that is Cameron Madison from Kelso with the win.
So Kelso comes in first and third.
I'm
in this event.
hoping that our finish or our timers tent, they did this the last couple of years we were out here, was bring me printouts of,
so we can figure out, we can talk about the who won.
Official results, official times,
use
official marks.
Names.
Just so I can get it right. So your next event on the track will be the 4A Boys 1600. And we have far more entrants than we do have people on the track now. So I don't know if we've had a lot of people scratching or if they just haven't arrived out on the track yet.
Yeah, because it's a pretty big field. We have 13 athletes here listed to run.
And I only see
five down there.
5 folks down there. Oh, here comes a Camas runner. Okay, here comes a few more. All right, so let's at least give you the entrance for this race. It's supposed to be Jaden Jones, Camas, Max Merrifield, Camas, Carson Clary, Skyview, Max Gregory, Camas, Sabin Kotsovos from Union, Caden Ashworth, Battleground, Samuel Shepard, Skyview, Aiden Stewart from Camas, Hayden Reich from Camas, Marius Lafon from Union, Ben Gamblin from Battleground, James Puffer from Camas, and Grayson Caldwell from Union. Grayson Caldwell is a sophomore with the fastest seed time of 4:28. James Puffer is a junior from Camas with the second fastest seed time of 4:31. So look for a battle between the gentleman from Union and Camas. So are we getting closer to 13, Rodney?
Yeah, looks like we did. Looks like we did. See if this race has somebody come out quick.
Here we have somebody coming. Two more. Hurry. I'm going to hazard a guess and say those are younger athletes.
Yes.
The older athletes usually
make
on time.
Make it to the starting line on time.
So I'm going to step aside for 1 minute. Rodney, you want to call this race as we get underway?
Yep.
And we'll get ready for our next interview.
All right, we got them all down there. Everybody's raring to go. Good sportsmanship gestures down there. Everybody wishing each other good luck as we get ready for the 4A 1600.
Second call for Max Maryville and Grayson Caldwell. Please come down and check in as the lights hit on the field.
Starter giving all the kids the instructions as this race gets ready to start. Looks like there's some last minute conversation, making sure everybody's on the same page here. Backing them all up, they will toe the line once he says runners to your mark.
So after this race, we're going to be talking with the 3A winner of the girls javelin, Erin Tack from Kelso High School. That's part of this track meet that I love that we started a couple of years back.
Yeah.
We call it the Winner's Circle. We encourage the coaches to send their athletes up here to talk with us. It's a chance to celebrate their accomplishments, and for some of these students who are potential college athletes, maybe a chance to show something to a prospective coach.
Sure does. Sure does. A little film in the can for them. Get them ready.
That's right.
For the next level. So we're getting ready to start this race here. The gun is up. And we are off. 4A.
And again, you're going
1,600 meters.
to look for Grayson Caldwell, Union, and James Puffer from Camas.
Camas already in the lead. Union looks like they're tucked in third.
Camas will be white singlet, red shorts.
Battleground makes a big push. Surge to come in there and kind of settle in behind the Camas runner. Still a little movement as the pack starts to thin out in that first 200. Coming down the track, Camas Battleground.
I believe that's
like
Grayson
Union
Caldwell.
And Skyview, first, second, third, and fourth.
I believe that's Grayson Caldwell in third right there from Union. And that would be Ben Gamblin from Battleground, currently running in the second position if I'm just judging by my heat sheet here. All of these athletes within about 10 seconds of each other, so those are the athletes to watch in this race for sure.
Nice, comfortable pace there along the back line.
James Puffer really pushing the pace. I didn't bring my proper stopwatch. I'm gonna have to break out my phone. I'm right. Out of practice. Like I said, we still haven't figured out the technology because we have so many different pieces of technology to get the official track time into the switcher.
System, yeah.
And the video switcher we've used for years for football and soccer just died a couple weeks ago, Rodney.
Okay.
So we had to replace it with one we had on hand. It was something.
Halfway through the race, Camas and Battleground battling first and second. Union, third place.
So just as we said in the prior event, a lot of these races settled in the final 600 meters. So let's see what happens here. James Puffer's doing a lot of work here. So, and sometimes it's really hard to lead
these
races,
especially
in the wind. So we're gonna talk to the 3A boys champion in a couple minutes here, but let's get this race out of the way, and then we're gonna talk to Erin Tack from Kelso about her javelin championship.
Coming down here to the bell lap, Cam is still in the lead, but Battleground tucked in right behind him. Still looks pretty comfortable in his run. Union falling off the pace just a bit. We'll see if he'll be able to get back into the race.
I think that might have taken our Union runner by surprise, just how
that pace,
hard they're pressing it.
That was a pretty fast 400 at the open there.
Battleground trying to move on to the outside, but Grayson Caldwell.
Fighting him off just a little bit. Grayson's starting to pick up the pace.
Oh, here we go. Final 200. Look at that.
See if Battleground doesn't seem to be going with him at the moment here. We'll see what happens if he decides to bring it out of this last curve. And he does look like he's trying. I don't know if he is going to have enough to really get him. Here comes Battleground Camus down the stretch here. And he is not going to be caught. He will come across here cleanly in first place. Battleground coming in third. And there's a race there for fourth as Union. And Union takes third and fourth as they come across. Nice race at the end.
Another one.
Another race there at the end. These guys always coming across.
Some good racing. Always leave something in the tank. Just like our 3A race, leading from gun to tape.
Yeah. Push the pace hard.
That's hard to do.
That's also a strategy. Just get out there and run hard. Make them catch you.
All right, so Wade, I think we're ready for our next winner circle interview here. I'm joined now by Aaron Tack, senior from Kelso High School, winner of the 3A Javelin. Senior,
Yep.
tell me about your event today.
We started out and I started out throwing 137. My PR is like 146, so it was a good start, and then I matched it, I think a little bit more maybe with another 137 later. But that's what I threw today, but pretty good start, and I'm happy that I threw it in districts, which, yeah.
So a little windy out here today.
Yeah.
How was the wind affecting your throws today?
It was kind of a weird wind because it's like a headwind, but then it also shifts to a side wind. Like you can see all the flags are blowing that way pretty hard. But so it kind of takes it, like you're running up and then you throw it and then you just all of a sudden see it go to the side. So a couple of mine were in the 120s, which, the wind just kind of takes it.
Do you have to adjust your approach?
Yeah, I did. So I had a 9-step. I was kind of going with that for a while, and then I adjusted back to a 7-step for like a couple throws just to kind of get my bearings, and then I went back to a 9-step and finished off with a 137 again.
Well, congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
What are you doing next year, Aaron?
I'm going to the University of Arizona, and I'm throwing there.
Awesome.
Yep.
Congratulations. Are we going to see you in other events tomorrow?
Yep, I am also going to do the shot put tomorrow.
Okay.
Yep.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
And congratulations on heading to Arizona next year.
Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Take care.
Thank you.
Okay. We are getting the hurdles still. We're getting the hurdles still up onto the track. And so what we're going to do while we wait for the hurdle crew to finish up is we're going to have another winner's circle interview here in just a moment. I'm going to step aside for just a moment, Wade.
All right, so we're back here to some of the shorter races, getting ready for the 110 high hurdles. Matt spoke of them briefly before he steps away for the champion circle races here. And we're going to swing this to Matt for his conversation with the winner of the 1,600 meters.
I am here with Cameron Madison from Kelso, winner of the boys 3A 1,600 meters. We were talking during your race. You led the race from gun to tape. Was that difficult?
Yeah, definitely. Last year I didn't do a lot of that, and so I really wanted to focus on learning how to lead this year. It's difficult, but it definitely helps out in the long run.
So I was talking with Aaron Tack, your teammate from Kelso, who just won the javelin, and she was talking about how the wind affected her race. How was the wind out there on the track? Swirling?
Yeah, pretty much. That back stretch, that last probably 150 meters, you could definitely feel it.
And you, Cameron, I see here, you're a junior
Yes, correct.
What do you have planned for next year? I mean, you're just going to build on this?
Yeah,
what,
I think
what time are you shooting for?
Hopefully somewhere in the mid to low 425s for that mile.
Okay, there you go. That's smoking fast. You're going to continue with this strategy, lead and grind it out all the way to the finish?
Yep, until something makes me change that. It's worked well for me so far, so.
Okay, well, we'll keep an eye out for you next year. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hope to see you in the Winter Circle next year.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, Cameron Madison there, the winner of the boys 3A 1,600 meters. Congratulations, Cameron.
Congratulations, man. All righty. Well, he said he liked that coming out of the gate up front and just holding on to it, huh?
That's kind of what I had to do because I had no kick.
Oh, okay.
I remember, I may have told this story a couple years ago. I was in the 5,000 meters my junior year of college at our conference meet. I ended up taking second, and I had a teammate who took first, and so we both went up to our coach and said, "Hey, coach, what do I do?" So I said, my teammate's name was Johns, and I said, "Okay, coach, what do I need to do to beat Johns?" And he said, "You need to go out hard and make sure he can't out-kick you because you have no kick." And so I found out a while later that Johns went up to the coach and said, "What do I need to do to beat Matt?" And he says, "You just need to hang on and out-kick him because he has no kick."
He has no kick, right.
And so, in any case,
great job. Great coaching.
he was just being honest.
Yep.
So anyway, Johns beat me in that one, but I came back the next day and I won the 10,000 meters.
Well, there you go. There you go. With no kick.
With no kick. No, I ran that last mile in that 10,000 in 4 minutes and 40 seconds.
Oh.
So I was proud
You
of
was
myself
ready.
that
Yeah.
day.
Okay. Well, that's kind of a kick. It's a little bit of a kick right there.
I was just grinding it out. 26 laps on the track.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
It is.
I'd be winded running 100 meters these days. So I think what Rodney and I are going to do is let's do the start list first. So Is this the 3A, Rodney?
It is.
So this will be the 3A boys 110-meter hurdles. Lane 1, Bentley Jacobs, Kelso. Lane 2, Zane Cunningham, Evergreen. Lane 3, Carver Doan from Kelso. Lane 4, Alex Ford from Prairie. Lane 5, Kyle Chen. He's a monster on the track in the hurdles. Mountain View. Caden Bowles, Mountain View. Salik Khan from Evergreen. Lane 8, Silas Watkins, Kelso. And Lane 9, Roman White from Heritage. So I think we're going to step to the other side of our announcers table so we can get a better view of the track for this one. Can you see there, Rodney?
Yep.
I think we got it figured out.
That'll be good there. Yeah, Chen right there in the middle of the track from Mountain View, also a football player, so it's nice to see him out here running these hurdles.
Well, and Caden Bowles as well.
Yeah, both of them.
Kyle Chen, I didn't write down what year in school he is, but I know he's been a monster in these hurdle races in the past. So Kyle Chen with the best seed time, 16.51, again in lane 5, center of your track. And Caden Bowles, also from Mountain View. We saw him during football season as well, 16.53, so very evenly matched.
Yeah, those two should come down the track neck and neck. On this one, is always just who hits the less hurdles. As you come down here and kind of blow through this is a fun race to watch. If you're a runner, it's exciting. I used to run these, and we had fun, but I tell you what, if you hit one, it hurts. You feel it. You feel it.
I've got those really short legs, and those hurdles are just way too high.
Yeah, they feel. You got to fly through them. If you jump them, then you don't make it. You got to step through these.
Last time you announced with me, we talked about this, perfecting the number of steps between hurdles.
Yeah, 3-step it. It's a rhythm. I mean, you kind of hear the rhythm in your head as you run down the track, but it's a 3-step. With the boys, it's generally a no-brainer. They're going to always three-step it.
Okay.
Sometimes with the girls, if we see the girls, I don't know if the girls are going to run today or tomorrow, but you'll see some of the girls four-step and still be winners. So.
Yeah, and in fact, the girls' 100-meter hurdles will be after this. So we have 4 hurdle races in a row here.
Yeah. The difference between the boys and the girls, if the men or the boys four-step it, they're not winning.
Okay.
On the girls' side, if they're fast enough, they can win four-stepping it. They'll come across alternate legs every single time, and that's the quickest way to notice that somebody's four-stepping is they use a different leg each time.
Well, and that seems like it would be really hard to me.
Yeah.
To alternate legs.
I mean, it's just the way it comes up because it almost is like running for them. It's just like a step through the hurdle, and it's you got to be a pretty strong girl to three-step it.
So if you are, say, right hand, right leg dominant, do you lead over the hurdle with your right leg? Okay.
Looks like they are hitting their last bit of instructions.
We have a white flag from our timer's tent indicating that they are ready.
Two Mountain View athletes right there in the middle of the track for us. The start is critical. That first hurdle is always critical in this race. Be able to get out of the blocks, explode into that first hurdle, which allows you to have the rhythm to get down the track and three-step it all the way down. Guns up. Got a clean start.
And there they are, Kyle Chen and Caden Bolds.
Chen definitely out front. Chen and Bolds, first and second place. Kyle Chen able to get over the hurdles a whole lot faster than Caden Bolds was able to. Caden kind of floated a little bit, as you could tell by his trail leg a little under him a little bit, which allowed him to float. Not quite as tall as Kyle Chen, so, that was giving him a little bit more distance. But Kyle was getting over it. He was putting that lead leg down real quick to start that three-step, and he three-stepped it all the way down for the win.
Well, and I had somebody ask me just in passing, said, can they hit the hurdles? And I said, yeah, they can hit as many as they want.
Yeah,
it just slows them down. I'm going to turn this monitor around so I can see it. It takes a minute or two to realign any hurdles that got knocked over. I see a hurdle there in lane 8 that got
I'll have to go ahead and readjust that.
Knocked over, so hurdle crew, always critical.
So 1, 2, 3, there is Mountain View Prairie. Alex Ford takes third place in the race. Kyle Chen, Caden Bolds, and Alex Ford, 1, 2, and 3 on the championship heat of the 110 hurdles for the 3A boys.
So next event on the track will be the 4A boys 110-meter hurdles. Here's our entries. Jeffrey Johnson from Camas in lane 1, Edward Tenbrink from Union in lane 2, Calvin Hubbard from Battleground in lane 3, Tyler Vanderwood from Camas in lane 4, Benjamin Haywood from Union in lane 5, Jonathan McAtee from Skyview in lane 6, Max Ensinger from Camas in lane 7, Cody Young from Camas in lane 8, and Ty Rushing from Union in lane 9. And so I made some notes here. This is going to be a fantastic race.
Yeah, it sure is. I'm just looking at the times.
Lanes 4, 5, 6, typically your fastest runners in the middle of the track. And so here are my notes. Benjamin Haywood in lane 5, he is a sophomore. His seed time is 15.54. That is currently 8th fastest in the state as we head into this, conference or district championship meets. And then right next to him, to his right in lane 6, from Skyview, Jonathan McAtee. He is a junior, and his time of 15.71 is 10th in the state. So that's according to athletic.net as of today. So 2 top 10 runners in 4A, the largest classification in Washington. So these guys are fast.
And both underclassmen, you said, right?
Yes. Well, Benjamin Haywood is a sophomore, Jonathan McAtee a junior. So we're going to be seeing these
guys again.
Yeah. So I'm always excited when we get younger folks super fast because barring injury, they just get faster.
They sure do. It'd be nice to have somebody down here in Clark County, Southwest Washington, representing.
Yeah, I'm getting excited about a race later this evening because we have a competitor in the girls 100 who is ranked #1 in the state. So
that's going to be a fun race to
we'll
watch.
Let you know about that. Yeah, we've got some races coming up. The next couple races, we have runners, athletes who are ranked in the top 10, 20 in the state. So we've got some good competitors here.
Still waiting for, we haven't seen the official white flag from the starters tent yet. Athletes do seem like to be getting instructions from the starter. All right, ready to go. Everybody getting
all those young
stretched.
Men look pretty tall.
Yeah.
They look pretty tall to me.
Everybody looks 6 and above at least, right?
Still waiting.
Instructions, checking the blocks. Looks like
swapping out its blocks.
Looks like Haywood has decided to go with a different set of blocks here. They'll give him time to get that set up.
Something not to his liking there, but we do finally have the white flag at our timers tent, so they're ready at the finish line. Again, action in the center of the track. 2 top 10 runners in the state of Washington, lanes 5 and 6, Union and Skyview. Unlike our distance races, I mean, this is a race that can go wrong quickly.
Yeah, it sure is.
Little time for correction.
Runners settled in the blocks. And we're off. Haywood first hit the hurdles. Hayward out front. Skyview in third. Camus now trying to give him a battle, but Haywood not going to let anybody get him as he pulls away and finishes this race. Camus comes in second. It looks like Skyview ends up taking fourth.
He hit a couple hurdles there.
He sure did.
I see a couple on the track. Maybe the 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe the 6th hurdle, I think, gave him some trouble.
Yeah, sure did.
Clipped it, and the race was over then. But absolutely fantastic race.
Sure is.
From Benjamin Haywood from Union High School, number 8 runner in the state of Washington. So I'm gonna step aside real quick. Rodney can stay down there. We gotta lower the hurdles for the girls, so this is gonna take a couple minutes.
They're gonna lower them and slide them a little bit, so this will take, because they actually run the 100-meter hurdles and not the 110s.
So what I'm gonna do is step away and get ready for our next winner circle interview. 1 second here.
It's a good race down the middle of the track. Weren't able to get times on that one. Don't have the clocks running here at the scoreboard for us. Benjamin Haywood clearly the winner by a couple of meters on that one. Like a nice clean race too from start to finish. Tyler Vanderwood ended up taking second place in the race.
All right, I am here now with Colby Cooper from Kelso High School, winner of the boys 3A javelin. I talked with your teammate Aaron, who won the girls javelin. She told me the wind was all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
Did you also have to adjust your approach?
Yeah, I did. I had to come down the runway at an angle, trying to make sure the javelin would stay in bounds, because everyone was throwing almost out of bounds every throw.
So, how did you come out on top? How does this compare to some of your best throws?
Today was my best throw. I PR'd, and it was just a good first throw and carried enough. The wind luckily was not blowing quite as hard at that time.
Right. So how does this compare to last year?
This is my first year doing jav.
Really?
Yeah.
and district champion first year out.
Yeah. I wish I would have started sooner, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
That's some talent. Are we going to see you in some other events?
Yes, I'll be doing the 4x1 today and long jump tomorrow.
Okay. Try and stay warm.
Yeah.
It's going to rain tomorrow, so bring a blanket. What are you doing next year?
I'm going to be going to a pilot school, so I'll be training to become a pilot, commercial pilot.
All right. Well, we need more of them. They're canceling too many flights these days. All right. Colby Cooper, winner of the 3A boys javelin, Kelso High School, a senior. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. Maybe we'll see you here back in the winner's circle for some other events.
Hopefully.
All right. Thanks, Colby.
Yep.
All right, Rodney, what do we got going on?
Well, it looks like we're getting started here for the, we've got the hurdles all moved in and ready to go. Some last-minute touches here as we're getting ready for the girls' 3A 100-meter hurdle race here.
So let's see. I'm finding my names here. Okay, girls 3A 100-meter hurdles varsity. Here's some lane assignments for you. And again, I'm apologizing in advance. Talitha Fa'alaveo from Prairie, Kira Dieter from Kelso in lane 3, Jordan Jensen from Prairie in lane 4, Kara Matson from Prairie in lane 5, Grace Twist from Evergreen in lane 6, May Rodriguez from Prairie in lane 7, and Daisy Guamo from Prairie in lane 8. And so I wrote some notes for this one, Rodney, and this is another one where we've got some really fast athletes. Kara Matson in lane 5, she is a senior from Prairie. Her time of 15.28 is 4th in the state.
Yeah, that's a good time. That is a good time.
3A. And then next to her right, Grace Twist, a senior from Evergreen High School, who has run really well in this event in years past. 15.81. She is ranked 7th in the state, 3A. So these are some fast athletes here.
It's going to be nice to watch those two come down the track. Just a clean race. Either one of them looks like they could probably win this race.
Well, and like we saw in that last race, you can come in.
All it takes is one hurdle.
All it takes is one hurdle, and our our runner from Skyview, who was seated second, ended up placing fourth.
Yeah, sure did. And they're only taking the top 3, correct? Did he not get out? Did he not make it to the next level?
I need to do some more research. Because they do it differently than they do in Oregon, where my kids went to high school.
Yeah.
I hesitate to say. I don't want to say somebody's qualifying for a next level of competition and get it wrong.
Right, exactly.
So I'll try and get some clarification from that, from Adam Matheson or Rory Rosenbach, our two
most definitely
coaches out here. We have a white flag up at the timers tent.
We sure
Rodney
do.
has a fan club.
Yeah, that's family out here at the track meet. Girls getting in here, settling themselves into the blocks here.
So again, you're looking at lanes 5 and 6, Prairie and Evergreen here.
Guns up.
Both ranked in the top
and
10.
They're off. And you are going to see the 3-steppers. The 2 3-steppers are the ones coming out there the furthest. And exactly who we expected to be out front, and they are 3-stepping it. They're going to take second and third.
and congratulating each other at the finish.
They sure did. They sure did.
Now, they're both seniors, and so being having time so close to one another, that they have competed against one
plenty
another.
Plenty of times against each other.
Plenty of times, so that was good to see some sportsmanship there. Kara Matson from Prairie with the win, and Grace Twist from Evergreen in second. Little debrief at the finish line to make sure that the timer had everything correct.
And that's what we were talking about when we were talking about the boys and the difference between the boys and the girls. The 2 that won came in first and second by at least a hurdle length there. They all were 3-stepping it. Everybody else was 4.
Okay.
And then there was a couple of 5s and 6s. But the 3-step is what's going to get you all the way to the state meet.
So as we see the 4A girls approach the start line, let's give you some lane assignments. Julia Stifler from Battleground in lane 1. Addison Farney from Battleground in lane 2. Jaden Wirtz from Battleground in lane 3. Raleigh Fisher from Skyview in lane 4. Amem Tikperi from Skyview in lane 5. Kit Greenhill from Camas in lane 6. Taylor Minnick from Camas. Olivia Coletto from Camas in lane 8. And Destiny Hatzenbuller from Union in lane 9. And I mentioned her during that first 4x200.
Yeah.
Amem Tikperi in lane 5, and that was her in that leadoff leg. I can see her now. Lane 5, Amem Tikperi from Skyview. Her time of 16.18 as of today is the 12th fastest time in the state, for 4A. So,
all right.
Be excited to watch her form.
The wind's blowing out by looking at the flag. She'll have the wind at her back. That'll help her a little bit. We'll see if push her down into sub-16s here.
Yeah, we don't. I don't know. I guess if it's an automatic time meet, you do have to have a wind gauge out there somewhere.
Yeah, there's one. I don't think that. It's blowing pretty good right now. As I say, I don't think the wind's going to be a factor.
Yeah.
But I mean, wind aid does make a difference as far as, whether or not you're going to get records in those types of things.
Can that throw you off?
Yeah.
If it's blowing too hard in your face or
in your face? Yes.
But at your back, not usually.
Yeah, at your back, generally not. Unless if it's blowing pretty good, it just kind of throws off the timing. I mean,
right.
That's the one thing about hurdles. It's all rhythm. And if you don't get that foot down, theoretically, if the wind's blowing too hard at your back, you don't get that lead leg down quick enough, which throws off your steps.
Sure.
But that, it has to be blowing pretty hard, and if it's blowing that hard, I don't know if we'd be running in it.
Who knows these days?
Right.
Rodney and I have had a couple laughs about how hard it's been blowing during the fall football season.
Oh,
when
yeah.
We spend a lot of time together on Friday nights.
Oh, most definitely.
This spring has been, let's just call it wild.
Yeah.
A white flag up at our timer's tent, so we are ready there, calling the runners to their blocks.
So Skyview Camas coming down the middle of the track, lanes 4, 5, and 6, fastest times in the heat. And we're off. Camas actually the first to the hurdle. Camas has taken the lead, but here comes Skyview back strong, and she just pulls away. Nice three-stepping it all the way down, and a nice dip at the end there to make sure she's going to get that race. I tell you what, Camas came out of there strong. Going to definitely have to give her credit, and that is going to be Kit Greenhill. She had the best start.
Right.
She fit the first 3 hurdles. She was in the lead, but
there.
came through there strong.
Really
She got her rhythm, and I mean, once she opened it up, she was going all the way down the track, and she was going to win that one easy.
I don't know that Camus's fast start took her by surprise at all. She just looked real patient.
No, she ran her race. she definitely ran her race, and
and that's what's going to happen if you're 12th ranked in the state.
Yeah.
As I was looking on athletic.net, I could only go so far down until they wouldn't tell me anymore unless I paid them some more money.
Right. Exactly. It graded out, right?
Right. Yeah, they graded out.
It's all fuzzy.
Yeah, so I could only go down to I think the top 20 or so athletes in each event, but Kit Greenhill's time of 17.1, I'm sure, places her probably in the top 30.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Most definitely.
So
it'd be interesting to see what if these athletes are PRing today on the field. We've heard all the field event folks, every single one that you've talked about being able to PR today.
Right.
This weather is definitely not conducive to running fast times on the track, but especially in the sprints. But it'd be interesting to know, how these guys actually fared in the timing portion of this.
Well, and I'm looking at the U.S. flag on the opposite side of the track, and it's blowing.
Yeah, it's blowing down the track. Yeah,
down the home stretch.
Down the home stretch here.
These 100 meters that we've got 4 of these coming up. These could be quite fast. Looking at my order of events here that they swapped on me. I believe this is going to be a boys 3A. Should be first on the track. I'll hold off on on giving you the lane assignments till we get some more folks out there. So we might have a couple minutes yet. I'm looking at my meet schedule, and the one thing they try to do, especially when we get to the championship level, when they have a schedule, they're not going to go early.
Right.
Because they want to give athletes
ample time to rest.
Time to rest, to warm up, to do what they need to do to prepare. So
we are definitely ahead of schedule by about 15 minutes, it looks like.
So we're that last hurdles race went off right on time at 5:05. Our next event is at 5:15, and my watch says about 5:07. So we've got a little time left.
This looks like it is going to be a 3A. I do see a Kelso athlete practicing the blocks right there, and looks like lane 7.
So while we're waiting for the athletes to come to the line for our first heat of the boys 400, I want to take a moment to thank the students and alums who are making our broadcast happen today. We've got Ethan and Martin from Mountain View High School video production program over there who are out on camera. I think that somebody's waving. We didn't see him. I think somebody heard his name.
Yep.
And
there he is down there.
And then we've got Maisie Copeland, a graduate of Mountain View High School, and Jacob Taylor, graduate of Heritage High School, on camera. Thank you all so much for helping out. It couldn't happen without you. All right, Rodney stepping aside. Wade, if you've got that graphic ready, I can give lane assignments for this one. I believe this is the boys 3A 100. Let's run through this. Dallas Hobbs from Mountain View in lane 1. Christian Mushaw from Mountain View in lane 2. Solomon Ogbeama from Prairie in lane 3. Caden Garcia in Evergreen lane 4. Charles Dayton, Evergreen lane 5. James Bethune from Evergreen in lane 6. Judah Calixte from Kelso in lane 7. Thor Stepina from Prairie in lane 8. And Nasser Lucas from Kelso in lane 9. As Rodney stepped away, I'm going to check my notes here, see what I wrote down about this. Charles Dayton from Evergreen in lane 5 with your fastest seed time. He is a senior with a seed time of 11.3 seconds. And James Bethune from Evergreen with the second fastest seed time, 11.53. And James Bethune, second fastest seed time, he is just a freshman. So we'll be seeing him for a couple more years. Lanes 5 and 6, 2 runners from Evergreen with our fastest seed times. Yeah, Rodney and I've got all these papers.
Blowing everywhere in the wind.
Heat sheets and meet schedules blowing everywhere. I think I might have to go buy 2 bricks.
Right, just to hold everything down.
Or look for a piece of concrete that the kids keep throwing over the fence.
Right.
I don't know what they're doing.
Well, Evergreen right down there, down the middle of the track there. Bragging rights there for the school, first, second, and third, as the times, as they're in lanes 4, 5, and 6. So this ought to be interesting. These guys have been running against each other all year long in practice.
Yep.
Little pride on the line. They're all real close to each other in time.
Still looks
clean
like,
start could be the difference of who wins this race.
especially with the wind at their back.
Yeah. Looks like the wind, well, it shifted again. Now it's blowing across the track,
Yeah.
it looks like.
Well, even though down there on the track, they might have a little wind block there, since they're at the base of the stands there.
All right, according to my watch, we're about 2 minutes before we're ready to run this race.
White flag up at the timer's tent, so we are ready to go.
All right, runners getting instructions from the starter. Charles Dayton, man to watch right there in the middle of the track, lane 5. Gun is up. Good clean start. Dalton, nice phase as he comes down the track, and he does exactly what we thought he was going to do. Nice run.
That's going
Close
to be
finish there for second and third between Kelso and Evergreen, lane 6 and 7.
I don't know that I'd be willing to say who won that one for our second place.
No, that was close.
Finisher.
That was close. That might be a photo finish down there.
Yeah. So I'm going to step aside one moment, Rodney.
Charles Dayton there, nice clean race. Good start. Kind of broke all phases there. Comes out about 40 meters down the track and just starts moving and pulling away from everybody else. Ran a real good race. Looked like it was a pretty fast race. We'll hopefully we'll get some times here from the tent, so we can kind of talk about what that's going to look like. And whether or not these guys were actually able to PR down here on the track. Like I said earlier, our field event winners who were talking to Matt earlier in the Ring of Champions there, every single one of them spoke of PRing today. So that's always something real nice when you're on your way to the next level of the competition. These guys looking to make it up north and do some more running later on in the month. So to be PRing on your way up to those events is always a good place to be in. Now we're getting ready here for the 100 meters boys 4A, as they now start to get onto the track and get ready for their race. Yeah.
Caden Drabinski from Union in lane 2. Ben Halid from Union in lane 3. Eric Botnan from Skyview in lane 4. Tobias Merriweather from Union in lane 5. Hudson Schneider from Camas in lane 6. Razon Davis from Union in lane 7. Corey Bozovich in lane 8. And Austin Fullard-Leo from Camas in lane 9. And while I stepped away, I'm sure Rodney was talking about Tobias Merriweather.
Oh, he is, right down there in the middle of the track. Union heavy pack here, but Tobias definitely the man to talk about. And as far as I know, still on his way to play football at Notre Dame.
Right. And I was going to mention here that this is another race where we have runners who are in the top of their field in the 4A. Tobias Merriweather currently ranked 12th in the state.
Yep.
And Hudson Schneider from Camas currently ranked 19th in the state.
Yeah, Merriweather and Snyder real close there. That'll be nice to see how that kind of sets itself up as they come down the middle of the track. Eric Botnan definitely close enough to be able to give a little scare here. These guys are close enough. It ought to be, the last 20 meters ought to be pretty interesting.
Tobias Merriweather, all-purpose.
Yeah.
Quarterback, wide receiver.
Did a little bit of it all. And, and for as tall as he is, and running an 11-1, he is definitely going to be able to take care of this. You're Notre Dame's getting them a piece of work. They are getting a piece of work here.
Timer's tent is ready.
Guns up. Here we go. Tobias slow out of the start here. Sees about it in the phase. He starts to move back. And there he is. And he did exactly what we thought he was going to do. Not a very good start, but he was able to be all right. It looks like we got somebody got a little hurt. That's Camas.
Is that the runner in lane 6 there?
Nice run. I don't know if Tobias saw that he got hurt right out of the gate, because as soon as he crossed the finish line, he looked back and ran back to him.
Yeah, that's Hudson Schneider with the second fastest heat time of the day, 11.21. He was the runner I was telling you about, who was currently ranked 19th in the state. Looked like he's having a calf issue.
Yeah, it looks like it. Now, I tell you what, he did beat Merriweather out of the gate, out of the block. He had a better finish, a better start. Actually, Tobias was almost the last person out of the blocks, but able to start moving through that after he hit about the 50-meter mark.
And he was the district champion in a couple of 3 or 4 or 5 events, as a lot of Merriweather siblings typically have been. His sisters had very storied and state championship and record-setting careers.
Yeah, they sure did.
At Union High School a couple years ago. I believe he is the last Merriweather sibling to come through, but storied track and field family. So he came up to the winner's circle last year, so we're hoping that he will come up and visit with us again and talk to us about rounding out his track and field career here at Union.
Yeah. That's the way to finish it. That's a nice little race to take to the take up north for later on this month. One thing he's just got to be, his start is something that he's going to have to go work on.
Yeah.
Because with him being the 12th fastest in the state, that means there's people running sub-11s.
That's exactly right.
And he's going to have to deal with those 10-8s and 10-9s and 10-7s. And coming out the blocks late, you ain't going to catch those guys.
Right.
You're not going to catch those guys.
So let me take a look at my schedule here, make sure I've got it correctly. We've got 2 more heats of the 100. Let's start with the girls 3A. Keatley Hammer from Kelso in lane 1, Ilya Field from Heritage in lane 2, Sarah Neal from Prairie in lane 3, Brianna Morell from Prairie in lane 4, Mallory Davenport from Heritage in lane 5, Bella Matheson from Mountain View in lane 6, Victoria Males from Heritage in lane 7, Layla Kunda from Prairie in lane 8, and Angelina LeConte from Evergreen in lane 9. And there were a couple names there that I wanted to mention. If I can find my notes.
Yeah, Morrell, Davenport, and Matheson right down there in the middle of the track, real close to each other.
Mallory Davenport from Heritage in the middle of your track, lane 5 with the fastest time. She is just a sophomore.
Oh, yeah.
So 13.09. And to her right, screen left, Bella Matheson from Mountain View with the second fastest time, 13.5. She is a senior, so rounding out her senior season here. Brianna Morell also one to look out for, 13.55 in lane 4.
In lane 4, yeah.
So the runners, athletes flanking Mallory Davenport in lane 5 are ones to watch. And again, it's going to be all about that start.
Guns up. And we've got a clean start here.
Mallory Davenport out good. Bella Matheson also out good.
And this race is going to end. Oh, and she takes her at the end. And that's going to be a nice one there. That's Prairie. Comes
Brianna
up on
Morell.
the outside to win that one. Davenport not able to hold that off. It looks like Matheson does take third.
Boy, Brianna Morell in lane 4, her last 50 meters were something to watch.
Yeah, she moved. She moved a lot in that last 54. You know, Davenport not able to sustain it. I mean, she had a nice little race, but
out of the blocks first.
Yeah,
but
she came out first.
That's a
pass there at the last minute. You never want that when you get past 3 meters before the finish line.
You know, and to my detriment, I did not write down what year in school Brianna Morell is. Maybe we'll see her again.
Oh, yeah.
So one more heat of the girls 100 meters. Up next is the 4A competitors, and this is the one, Rodney, that we want to watch.
Yeah.
Lane 1, Maylee Yancey from Camas, Bailey Boyd from Skyview, lane 2, Savannah Garden from Camas in lane 3, Raleigh Fisher from Skyview in lane 4, Madison Hubbard, I'll talk about her in a moment, in lane 5, Camas, Dee Covarrubias from Skyview in lane 6, Stacy Sutton, Battleground in lane 7, Piper Wise Cruz in lane 8, and Chloe Sanchez. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm spotting a typo. I hate typos. Chloe Sanchez from Union in lane 9. My apologies, Chloe. I wanted to talk about this race. Madison Hubbard, lane 5, Camas, 12.09. That is the fastest time in the state.
Oh, yeah.
For the girls 4A.
That's a 12.09. That is a fast time.
And just to her right, Dee Covarrubias from Skyview, she is only a freshman, only a freshman, and her time of 12.61 is currently 9th in the state.
There you go.
So, right, I mean, this is, I think, the only, no, we've had a couple. This is one of just a few, I'll say, races we're having today where we have two competitors who are in the top 10 in the state. So, you know, if if she can keep running like this, Madison Hubbard, you could be looking at a future state champion.
Yeah,
right
we
here.
sure could. Sure could.
Good shot of her there from our midfield camera. Right there in the center of your screen.
Camus and Skyview, one battleground athlete here, trying to make it. So the girls get ready, settle into the blocks. Guards up, and we've got a clean start. And
Oh, my
she
goodness.
comes out right away. And you can see why she is the fastest in the state right now. Without a doubt.
Not hard to see. My goodness.
Without a doubt. I mean, she's the first out of the blocks and was winning the race the whole way.
Well, I mean, you know, I talked about it as a distance coach, but you got to be talking about it as a sprint coach, running all the way through the tape.
Yeah.
And if that race had been 150 meters, she still had plenty to go.
Plenty to go. Interested to see if tomorrow is this just her race, or are we going to see her in the 200 as well tomorrow?
I'd have to look. Well, as we wait for the next event, let me jump over to tomorrow. Let's see. Yes, we are going to see her tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I've not taken notes on that, but her time
Yeah.
there is also smoking.
Yeah.
Smoking fast. But Dee Covarrubias, who took second in that race from Skyview, who is only, again, a freshman.
A freshman, yeah.
You know, there was some distance between them, but she's only a freshman, so
Yeah.
she's only going to get faster, you know, barring any catastrophe there. And tomorrow in the 200, that's going to be another battle, and Dee Covarrubias has the faster seed time.
Oh, okay. Well, that'll be an interesting race to watch there, won't it? All right. Well, now we're getting ready for the girls' 1,600 meters here to get everything reset up.
Yeah, so we might have a couple minutes here. I'm going to step away, Wade, for a moment. Rodney may do the same.
Yes, that does.
Okay,
I will.
We'll be right back, folks. So once again, we can't get ahead of ourselves in terms of the schedule in order to give athletes enough time to warm up. And actually, I'm going to turn this monitor around so we can go back to sitting instead of standing in front of the stands like Rodney, or in front of our announcers table like we had been. My clock says 5:33, and my schedule says that the next race isn't until 5:40. Rodney had his fan club out in the stands, and Rodney has his fans out in the stands, and I was going to say, I was waiting to see that they're actually watching. My fans are at home, Rodney. I told my kids that, who, as you know, are track athletes,
right,
that if they wanted to see and hear their dear old dad calling a track event, because they know I like track and like watching them run, that they could tune into the Evergreen Public Schools YouTube channel. And so my son just wrapped up his first year of graduate school at Adams State University, where he is running for
Congrats on that, man.
the winningest distance program in all NCAA categories.
Oh, good deal.
Home of 50 some odd, 60 some odd national championships at the Division II level.
Wow, that's unbelievable.
And my daughter is on her way to the Mountain West NCAA Division I championships. I believe it's in Phoenix.
It is. Yep.
Yeah, so she is running for Boise State, where she just wrapped up her junior year. So proud of the Griffin kids. Thanks for watching.
Good stuff, man. I had completely forgotten that your daughter was out there at Boise State. That's a good deal.
Yeah.
Good deal.
She's she can be running, I believe, the 1500.
Okay. And we're starting to get our
here's my son's
1600.
My son texting me. Thanks for the shout out. He says it's 57 national championships.
He corrected you.
Yeah. So Adams State, an absolutely storied running program.
There you go.
They were an NAIA school for many years back when I was running as an NAIA athlete, and then they moved to Division II, and they were national championships at the NAIA level and the NCAA level, and small little town there in southern Colorado, Alamosa, Colorado, and my son Connor having a good time there.
There you go.
It's a big change of pace for him. I don't know if I've told you this, Rodney. So he went from being in Southern California, just outside Los Angeles, to being in a town of about 8,000 people, and he says there's a herd of deer that hang out in his backyard. And he said he's had as many as 20 deer hanging out in his backyard. He's always FaceTiming us. He say, "Hey, check out the deer."
Check out the deer. All right, well, we're getting ready. They've towed the line here to get ready to start this race. 3A, girls 1600.
If you've got time, Wade, we can take a look at the entrance here.
Last minute instructions.
Ava Logue from Skyview, Kayla Gorshals from Union, Amanda Grant from Union.
No, this is
nope, that's the
4A team
Sorry,
that we're
Wade.
Showing everybody right there. This is 3A girls.
There we go. Skylar Dops, Phoebe Wilson, Annie Anderson, Morgan Gedry, Maddie Thorson, Sadie Scherzier, Claire Rogie, Susie Johnson, and Beatrice Lagore.
And we've got to start here.
My apologies there, Wade. Let's see what we've got here. Beatrice Lagore with the fastest seed time from Evergreen High School, 5:19, and that's the fastest time by a good 10, 15 seconds over the next closest competitor. So look for this athlete, the senior athlete, Beatrice Lagore from Evergreen High School, to go out strong in this, and this might be another event where we see an athlete lead from start to finish.
Yeah,
we'll
it sure
see.
does. She kind of pushed her way to the front right there on that at the end of the first curve there and stretched the pack out. Looks like Prairie falling in behind her.
Looking very strong, and given her seed time being a good 15 seconds faster than her next closest competitor, look for her to just keep it at a nice even pace. We'll see if we can tell anything about some kind of race strategy.
Right now she's just pulling away from. She's just outrunning everybody right now. Prairie trying to go with her. Evergreen, another Evergreen athlete there in third. Kelso in fourth, and then a fight there for fifth, sixth, and seventh.
And that second Evergreen runner should be Claire Rogie.
Going around for the first 800. Evergreen still looking pretty strong. Prairie's dropped off a little bit, but still there. Definitely within attacking space.
Now, as good as her time is, it's not always easy to run out front by yourself.
No.
And to regulate your pace without somebody pushing you.
Maybe she's got a coach down there hollering her time out for her, hopefully, right?
Yeah.
Keeping her on pace.
And you know what? She's looking stronger as
yeah, she definitely is.
We're going along.
Prairie now a distant second, drops off her pace by quite a bit.
I don't have a clock on it. I need to get myself a proper running watch. But this lap might be a negative split from the second one, just from the looks of it.
Yeah, I think you're right.
As we said with the boys 1600s, final 600 meters is where a lot of these races are won and lost. But man, she's looking strong.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be real surprised if Prairie's able to challenge her on this at all. Because she's dropped off the mark here quite a bit here in this third lap.
And not always easy in a distance race to have a real strong kick when you're running by yourself.
Yeah.
So let's see what this when she hits the 200 meters left to go. Let's see what kind of kick she can come up with.
Evergreen in third place. She seems pretty settled in. Doesn't look like she's expending a bunch of energy. We'll see if she has any to catch. Second place here in this last lap. Looks like she might just be content with coming in third.
Now, I did not see Beatrice Lagore's time, up there at the top of the 3A stack. So, what we might have here is one of her last races as a senior.
Yeah.
So she's going to end her senior year with a district championship right here.
Yeah, nice, clean, strong race here. She comes around this final curve.
She's just off your screen, but Prairie coming in with a good kick. Beatrice Lagore just striding across the finish line. And there it is, a district championship.
Makes that look effortless. Prairie comes in strong with second.
And Claire Rogie from Evergreen will take third. in this 3A girls 1600. Got to see if we can get some more folks up here in the winner's circle.
Yeah. Got a couple of winners now, just kind of hanging around. Have the coaches send them up, have a conversation, talk about their successes out here on the track today.
It could be that they're just too cold, Rodney. because I need to wear warmer socks tomorrow, especially since it's going to rain.
So, yeah. Be out here in rain gear. I'm going to be ready for it tomorrow.
Yeah, it's going to be coming in sideways, I think. So there's Claire congratulating her teammate.
First ball for women's 4A 1600 meters.
Beatrice Lagore. They're your 3A district champion. Love to see it.
Right there.
So we are waiting for the 4A girls to come out onto the track. Don't see them assembling just yet.
Yeah, just kind of see where they're coming from. That is the bullpen sitting out there in the middle.
Yeah.
There's nobody there in the bullpen.
I'll look at my schedule here. Let's see. There's the rub right there. We're a little out of schedule, so that race is over. We've got about 10 minutes until our next race, so I'm going to step aside for a moment.
Yep, sounds like a plan.
Rodney,
back.
Rodney will do the same, so Wade will be back in a couple minutes. So taking a couple of strides is, while we wait for the official meet time to catch up with our watches, taking a couple strides there are the entrants in the girls 4A 1600-meter run. Wade, if you have that graphic, we can take a look at this. Ava Logue from Skyview, Kayla Gorchels from Union, Amanda Grant from Union, Lauren Amato from Skyview, Caitlin Flolo from Camas, Gracie Bazell from Camas, Natalie Petty from Camas, Jalen Lanner from Union, Bethany McKinstry from Camas, Daphne Evenson from Skyview, and Charlotte Wilson from Union. This is one of our distance races, Rodney, where I'm really excited as much as I am about this race, but what's going to happen in the next couple of years, because your number one seed here, Charlotte Wilson from Union, is just a sophomore.
Ooh.
Daphne Evenson from Skyview is a freshman, and Bethany McKinstry from Camas is also just a freshman. So your first runners there, 5:15, 5:19, and 5:19 and change, all right in there together.
All underclassmen.
All underclassmen. And as far as our distance races go, this is the race where we have the seed times that are as close to one another as we've seen today. So I think this could be a really good race. And these are all runners from different schools, so they don't train together. They compete against one another. So it'll be interesting to see, how well they race against one another.
Yeah, it sure is. We're off here.
When you have some teammates, who are from the same school, you kind of know how they race, how they train. But these are all competitors from different schools, so I'm excited to watch this race.
Well, in typical fashion, the best ones go out front and try to stay out front. That's what we have going on here as well.
And those were the three that with the fastest seed times are all right there out front. In our 3A race, Beatrice Legore, who from Evergreen, who won the race, her seed time was 5:19, which would be right around where our second and third top fastest seeds were in this race. So look for a race that is about as fast as Beatrice Legore ran in that 3A race.
Everybody's still comfortable. This, you could tell that stayed bunched up for this whole first lap. We didn't see that in any of the other races. It was strung out by now.
No, and they had decisive winners, or in the case of Cameron Matson from Kelso, who won the boys 3A, he just took off.
Yeah.
And it was over. But I think this is a race where we are going to see a battle all the way through.
Still looks like a pretty comfortable pace. Nobody's willing to push it right now. Just kind of run with the pack.
So there they are crossing the 600-meter mark. Coming into the home stretch for the last half of lap 2. Always talked about the last 600 in the 1600-meter race. With them bunched up together, I would not be surprised if someone tries to make a move a little bit early.
Yeah.
As soon as they cross here, they'll have another 800 meters left to go. And in fact, that's the runner from Camas trying to make a move.
Campus, as she takes the lead, she gets an elbow from one of the participants out there.
So I believe that's the freshman Bethany McKinstry from Camas trying to push the pace there. And we've got the Union and Skyview runner right there with, and then is that another Union runner right up there as well. That's probably, I'm guessing, Jalen Leonard from Union as well, who came in with a seat time of about 5:23. So she's also helping push the pace.
Yeah, she sure is.
So there they are,
right there with each other, battling, fighting for 1 and 2.
So there they are with 600 meters left to go. There's going to be 4 athletes across the 400-meter mark, right? Maybe even 5.
Yeah.
Right next to one another. So this last lap is going to be something to see.
Charlotte Wilson takes the lead off the curve for a little bit, but Candace gets right back in there.
Charlotte Wilson on the outside of Bethany McKenzie.
And the bell lap, we've got us an interesting race here, setting up for a great finish.
You also have Jalen Leonard from Union right in there mixing it up.
Looks like all 3 of them move together at the same time here.
Camus out first. That kick might have started a little bit too soon. Oh, and look at
Skyview now,
on the
she's
inside.
starting to move. Everson now pulls out in front of everybody. It looks like she's
200 meters
trying
left.
to keep up with her. Coming into the last 200 here. And here comes Camus moving again a little bit.
I thought she might have gone too early, but then with Camus coming up on her right shoulder, she's still going.
Wilson now trying to push it. It looks like we are going to have us a race down the stretch here. As Skyview now decides to pull it out, but we've got somebody coming from the outside that nobody paid attention to win the race. Good job there. The Union athlete comes up on the outside, passes Skyview and Camus to take first place, leaving her teammate from Union, Wilson, Charlotte Wilson, in 4th.
I'm pretty sure that's what happened. I don't want to mix up athletes by mistake, but I believe that was Jalen Leonard from Union coming from behind as Skyview and Camus were battling it out.
Battling each other
for first, and she said, "No, I'll just come out on the outside."
Yep.
I would be really excited to find out what time they ran, because that last lap was
fast. That last lap was pretty fast.
I don't think they're bringing me.
A picture there of the winner of the race. Snuck in. Nobody expected her to come in based on the first 3 laps.
Boy, that's a classic case of letting everybody else do the work.
Yeah, most definitely. Because those 3 fought each other the whole race.
And if you believe you've got a really good kick, which she clearly does, if you want to let everybody else wear themselves out, pushing the pace or battling for first up and down the back stretch, by all means.
Yeah, let that happen.
Run out to the outside and do it.
Great strategy on her part.
Oh, hey, look, everybody, that's Shelly Bowers. Shelly Bowers is our community relations assistant out there helping take times.
There you go.
Good work, Shelly.
So next event is going to be at 6:10. So the meet's doing a real good job staying ahead of schedule. And that will be the men's 3A.
So
4x1 relay.
So while we wait for that, we'll take another step aside. Rodney and I will stamp our feet to try and stay warm.
Yeah.
Rodney can finish his sandwich. We'll be back. We'll be back with you in a couple minutes. I was too busy starting the portable heater I have so Rodney and I don't freeze to death at the top of McKenzie Stadium. And suddenly, our next event is on the track. And I'm going to look through my notes here. This should be the boys' 3A 4x100 meter relay. So here are our lane assignments. Lane 3 Heritage, Lane 4 Kelso, Lane 5 Evergreen, Lane 6 Prairie, Lane 7 Mountain View. Our fastest seed time is Evergreen High School with a time of 44.18, and right in there a bunch of football athletes. Not that we don't see them in other, but we've got Kyle Norton, Charles Dayton, Damian LaCourte, and Jonathan Landry.
Yeah.
All
football
varsity
players.
football athletes. In fact, let's go to Kelso. We've got Colby Cooper, who we talked about during football season, and a couple others.
Yeah, a lot of familiar names on this relay team from all the schools that we saw on the football field in the fall.
And so this is, the last relay race we saw was the girls 4x200.
Yeah.
Where it's 3 laps in lanes, and then the last exchange, the last runner can cut to the inside of the track. This is too short.
Yeah,
all
run
runners,
around the track, everybody in their own lane.
Everybody in their own lane, and again, the handoffs are crucial. We have field judges all the way around the track. Don't know that there's time to show you one, but they will each hold up a white flag to show that they are ready in the exchange zone. And then as they make the exchange, you will wait to see whether they raise a white flag or a red flag. And a red flag would indicate that somebody has violated the exchange zone or stepped into someone else's lane and impeded another runner.
Yeah, you've already mentioned it, but the handoffs here make all the difference in the world. Evergreen, the fastest time in lane 5. Second and third fastest time in lane 6 and 4. Dutton, who won the 100, is second leg on this race. Clean handoffs all the way around the track.
Boy, that Evergreen handoff was really nice.
Sure was. Dayton already making up the stagger.
Another good one.
And here comes Evergreen around the corner.
Barring a disaster, that's been a pretty clean race.
Real good. Clean all the way around the track. And Evergreen is going to come out and win this one with nobody there. Battle for second and third. Kelso able to pull that out, get second place.
Absolutely astounding series of handoffs from Evergreen. That was about as clean a 4x100 meter race as I've seen in some time.
Sure was.
So I believe that was Evergreen, Kelso, followed by Prairie. In the first round of 4x100 meter relay races in the 3A division. It'll take us a couple minutes to get the 4A folks.
Nice clean race all the way around the track for everybody. Evergreen strategy played off there. It's always interesting in this race how coaches decide to put the guys out there on and what position they decide to put them in, because the winner of the 100 meters for 3A was the second leg. Generally, the second leg's not your fastest person, but they was, that they decided that they wanted to allow him to make up the stagger before they got to the third leg where the stagger is conventionally made up, and you saw the big difference. Put Evergreen way out in front of everybody.
Now, Rodney, does some of that maybe also have to do with how well certain runners are working together, exchanging the baton?
It does. I mean, a whole lot comes in play. Some of them will actually run longer than others, depending on where you have them start off in the exchange zone. So typically, you would put your slowest runner, whatever position you had them, they would run the shortest race, the slowest runner on the team. Based on the handoff of where I saw the exchange here and the exchange on between the first and the second and the third and the fourth, they did give the second leg the longest race. He ran further than anybody else, and their third leg probably ran the shortest.
So Wade, if you have the graphic, we can give you the lane assignments here for the boys for a 4x100 meter relay. Skyview, lane 4. Union in lane 5. Camas in lane 6. And Battleground in lane 7. Union with a fastest seat time of 43.31 and Camas 43.56. Now those are really fast times.
Yeah, they are.
But as far as 4A goes, those were not the top in the state right now.
Low 43s, high 42s is generally what who's gonna win state. Good shot of the 4A boys, 4x1, ready for the race here to get started. Exchange zones flags on the first exchange actually shows ready to go. Still not the go-ahead down there on the third exchange. As we get ready for this to run its course here, we still have red flags, so not quite ready. So we're going to go ahead and throw this over to Matt. He's got an athlete for the Ring of Champions, and we'll get this started before we get this race is what we're going to try to do. We'll see if we have enough time. We still have red flags from the timing area, and that is the only area, and the final exchange down there. Not quite ready to run the race yet. We'll see. We might go ahead and let this race run before we do the interview.
Yeah. Josie, you have a second? You okay? Okay.
All right, we're ready to go. We just got the white flag. White flag's all the way around the track. And runners have been called to the blocks.
Again, lane 5, Union with the fastest seed time. And according to my heat sheet, we've got Tobias Merriweather running the ankle leg. Is that right? You see him down there?
Yeah,
Rodney?
that is him. Yeah,
okay.
In the yeah, we've got a clean start. Camas making a move on Battleground in the first leg, so staggers already being made up. Clean handoff by everybody.
Boy, Camas made up that stagger really quick. But
yeah, they sure did.
Union coming on.
Union coming.
Great handoff. Camas a little late with that handoff.
Nice move around the track there. They're going to hand this off to Tobias Merriweather. Takes a clean handoff. Tobias is going to take it. And here comes Camus up the backside trying to get involved in this. And Camus will pull out second place as they come in behind Union. Tobias Merriweather, great run there by that athlete.
Absolutely great finish from Camus there.
Skyview,
Skyview.
most definite.
Yeah.
Yeah. Skyview comes in third place. Camus pulls up real quick. Makes up the difference well.
Can you see why Tobias Merriweather is going to Notre Dame to play football?
Yeah.
I think so.
Oh, most definitely.
All right, so
Most definitely.
Wade, we're going to get ready for another winner's circle interview while we have Jacob, one of our camera operators, swing the camera around. So as we watch Tobias Merriweather round out his senior season with another district title, I am joined now by Josie Suttle from Kelso High School. She is a junior, two-time district champion today, high jump and triple jump. How did your events go beyond just having a district title?
I think they went pretty well today. I mean, it was a bit windy down at high jump and triple jump, but I was definitely proud of what I did and proud of what everyone else did today.
So I spoke with some folks who were competing in triple jump earlier. They said the wind was in their face. Was that the case for you?
Yes, it was.
So how did that affect your final jumps?
Definitely some board placement issues, but my last couple were definitely better. Just definitely reached as far as I could and added more speed.
And so we were also talking with folks who were competing. Your teammate, Erin Tack, I'm trying to remember, she won the javelin, and she said the wind was all over the place. So how did and the javelin takes place right down there by the high jump pits. How was the wind for the high jump?
It was all over the place. I can definitely agree with that. At first it was a tailwind, then it was a sideways, and I'm like, I don't know what to do.
Do you have to change your approach?
Not really. Just try to stay on my line and just go for it.
Okay, so you're a junior. This is two district championships today. You have other events tomorrow?
Yes, tomorrow I have long jump and the 300 hurdles.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so what are you planning to do for those events?
I hope to get top 3. I mean, winning them would be pretty cool too, but yeah, definitely want some PRs.
Okay, well, I know Kelso has won a lot of field events today, so we'll be on the lookout for you in the winner's circle tomorrow.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming. All right. Next race on the track. I'm falling over here. Thank you. Kelso.
Yeah,
just
cleaning up the fields.
In the
I
field
heard
events,
you mention
man.
that, yeah.
Josie Suttle, the winner of the high jump and the triple jump. Kelso, just a junior. She's going to maybe come back.
Going to make all the difference in the world.
She can come back
Congratulations.
Maybe 2 times tomorrow. So long jump and the 300 hurdles, she says, tomorrow. So,
okay.
Good triple jumpers are also good long jumpers. So
yeah, they are.
We'll see.
They are.
It's
a lot of pounding on those legs, though.
Yeah. And she said, I don't know if you heard, Rodney, you know, the board placement, because the wind up here on the top of the stadium was an issue. Hitting the board, you know, as close as you can, the whiteboard that they take off for the triple jump. And it's going to be windy and rainy tomorrow, so it's going to be an issue tomorrow as well.
Yeah, it sure is. It sure is.
So we have our next event on the track. This would be the girls 3A 4x1. 3 schools here, 4 Mountain View, 5 Prairie. Lane 6 is Heritage. Prairie with the fastest seed time, 53.04. And we've seen a couple of these folks already. Brianna Morell.
Yeah, we've already seen her do some nice things. With only 3 teams out here on the track, all 3 of these will move to the next level as long as they can get the baton all the way around the track.
I was going to say maybe that's why we haven't had as many winner circle folks, is because they're all winning 2 events.
Yeah.
And they just come up to celebrate both at the same time. So by my meet calendar, we have 6 running events left. This would be the 6th to last event of the day. The meet's running until about 7 o'clock tonight.
Yep. So it looks like Kelso and Evergreen scratched and did not field the team here for it. And we're off. Nice clean start. No staggers really made up. Looks like there might be a little something here on this back stretch. Mountain View. And here we come here on the third leg. Good clean handoffs.
I saw a white flag up before the last baton was handed off. So
everybody's getting the batons off within the exchange zone. And here comes Mountain View. She's going to try to catch it. No, she's able to pull that out. Prairie strides it out to take the first place spot here. Mountain View did their best. They're going to end up in second. And Heritage will take third.
And that was a tremendous effort from Mountain View, who came in with a seed time that was a full 10 seconds slower than Prairie, and they were within just a couple seconds there. So really some improvement there.
Yeah, it sure was.
From the folks from Mountain View over their seed time.
All right, now we're starting to see the
So this is that's the Prairie team walking across the track after their district championship. This next event on the track will be the 4A girls 4x100 meters.
All 4 schools represented here on the track. Union Skyview Camas Battleground, all 4. 4A schools down here in Clark County on the track for this race.
So in lane 4 is Battleground. In lane 5 is Camas. In lane 6, Skyview. And in lane 7, Union. This is another one where I took some notes earlier today, Rodney. Camas's time, lane 5, currently 8th in the state. And Skyview, the 4 runners from Skyview currently ranked 12th in the state. And we talked about Madison Hubbard, from Camas, who has the #1 time in the state in the 100. She is slated to run the anchor leg here for Camas. And then D. Covarrubias, who also has a top time in the 100-meter dash.
Looks like
from
she's
Skyview.
slated to run the. Going to see how the rest of the athletes position these last 2 for this last leg. That's going to be fun.
It's going to be a battle, just like that 100-meter race was. So the 1-2 in the 100 also slated here to
run. This is right here. This is a race where the strategy of the coaches of where they place the runners and who they allow to run the longest and who they allow to run the shortest can make all the difference in the world.
So I'm going to step over here on the other side of the table so I can see this last.
You want to see that exchange?
I want to see that last exchange.
Yeah. All right. Everybody settling into the blocks. All right, I'm going to stand everybody up and start this all over again.
You see something they didn't like there, Rodney?
It's, I think somebody might have been taking just a little too long to get settled. Camas was the last person into the blocks So we're just kind of double checking that. They stand everybody back up. All right, we're going to try it again. The gun's up. And we're off. Camas and Union, both teams they move right away. Staggers made up in the first.
Camas with a better handoff.
Better handoff than Skyview right now. Camas out front. We'll see what this third leg's going to be here. Who's the fastest on the third? Camas takes off. Skyview gets the baton first. Let's see here.
And again,
this is going to be a close race. Camas still in front here as they make up the stagger on this last leg.
Madison Hubbard.
And yeah, with Madison Hubbard out there at that far.
Rubius.
Here she comes. She's trying to catch up to her. Camas able to stay out in front on this one and take first place. Skyview came in second.
That is why they are both top 10
They
100-meter runners.
Battleground takes third place. Union
Madison Hubbard
comes
with
in
the
fourth.
#1 ranking in the 4A division.
Yeah, she's going to be tough to beat. It's going to be tough to beat. All right, we are ready here for our last events of the evening. Let's see how far on schedule we still are. 400 set to run at 6:40. Still 10 minutes ahead.
Okay. You know where they made up all their time today was, I noticed the hurdle crew was right on
Yeah,
it.
they were quick.
And
they were all over that.
Sometimes in a track meet,
that's what lags you, trying to get everybody to get those hurdles.
They get behind,
Yeah.
and you can hear the announcers often up in the stands, hurdle crew,
Yeah,
hurdle crew,
asking for some help.
Hurdle crew, parents,
Yeah.
anybody, move the hurdles. And they didn't have to do that today, so credit to all the coaches from our 3A and 4A Greater St. Helens League for pulling together and making it happen.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Like I said off the top of the show, they had trouble with the high jump pit. They had trouble with enough hurdles. They needed a hurdle cart, and everybody just started running to the closest high schools and made it happen.
Trying to get it done. Well, I imagine some of these hurdles actually probably made its way up to the Evergreen High School's actual track now that they have a track back there now.
Right. So my son chimed in with 57 national championships.
Right.
At Adams State. My daughter, who I said is down in Phoenix getting ready to run in the Mountain West championships, just got back from a run. So she wasn't able to tune in. She's now watching for a couple minutes.
Good
Hi,
deal.
Delaney.
Good deal. As she relaxes,
I'm
rests.
proud of you, kiddo.
Good deal. Good deal.
All right, so we've got a couple minutes. I'm going to step aside.
Yeah, why don't we both do that?
All right.
All righty.
All right, so we are coming onto the track here for the boys 3A 400-meter run. I like how our heat sheets here are a little old school. They call it a 400-meter dash. I don't remember calling it a dash. But
they haven't been dashes in a long time.
they are dashing. I mean, it is a synonym for running fast.
For quick.
For quick, right. So if you have that graphic, Wade, we'll talk about the lane assignments here. We're still a couple minutes away. Ryan Wood from Mountain View in lane 1. Thomas Hildebrand in Evergreen, lane 2. Jackson Morris, Evergreen, lane 3. Dunthine Seek from Kelso in lane 4. Damian McCord, we've mentioned him a couple times today. Evergreen High School. Ethan Cabral from Prairie in lane 6. Quincy Lopez from Heritage in lane 7. Vladislav Danilik from Prairie, and Peter Wynn from Mountain View in lane 9. The Damian McCord, nice multi-sport athlete.
Sure is.
For Evergreen, wide receiver, right, running back.
Mm-hmm. Just kind of their all-purpose athlete, really.
I think he might have stepped in a quarterback.
A couple of times.
He is a junior. He has the fastest seed time of 52.21, and another ranked athlete. He is currently ranked 23rd in the state in the 3A division. So keep an eye out in lane 5, LaDamian McCord.
Yeah, he is definitely going to be the guy to beat.
What's the trick here, Rodney?
You come out hard and spin on the back, and then just kind of you drive out hard through this first curve, and you just kind of spin down through the back, and then it's just holding on for that last 200.
And
the last 150, really.
And looking at the wind, that American flag on the
it's going
far
to be in
side
their
of the
face
track.
on that backstretch.
So they'll be running into the wind on the backstretch. So that's going to be another trick. But we'll have the wind at their back down the home stretch, which is always nice.
Yeah, sure will. Looks like about half the field is actually using the blocks.
And LaDamian McCord not.
Yep. You tend to see most of them using that.
And I've said this before, I like seeing seniors go out on top, but I also like knowing that an athlete as good as LaDamian McCord is going to be back for another year or two.
Yeah. I'm sure Coach Swain at the Evergreen football program is excited about that as well.
Right.
Let's see here, LaDamian already starting to make up a stagger.
He's out good.
Little spin there in the backfield. Nice, running real loose back there. Good stride. Not overstriding at all. Ran that real good through the backstretch. And you should see him just kind of loosen up and just kind of go with it. He's way out in front of everybody.
Great camera work.
One
there.
trying to move on him. I don't think he's going to be able to run out of real estate before he gets there.
A very nice last 100 meters from Ethan Cabral from Prairie, who had the second fastest seed time of 53.64. Absolutely great last 100 meters from him.
Nice, clean, smooth run there for McCord. He does look like he's got the speed to go sub 50. I wouldn't be surprised by next year if he's running 49s.
Right.
Yeah. He's not crazy. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Send her over.
Oh.
All right, so next event on the track will be the boys 4A 400 meters. Lane 1, Zachary Zamora, Battleground. Lane 2, Ben Calvert from Skyview. Lane 3, Elijah Brooks from Union. Lane 4, Aiden Montigny from Camas. Grayson Caldwell, who had a great run earlier today, from Union in Lane 5. Joshua McKinstry from Camas in Lane 6. Cody Zenner from Union in Lane 7. Caden Soke from Camas in Lane 8. And Max Gregory from Camas in Lane 9. I'm looking at my notes here. There we go. This is going to be a great race in the middle of the track. Lanes 4, 5, and 6. Aiden Matigny from Camas, he is ranked 12th in the state. Grayson Caldwell, who is only a sophomore from Union, is ranked 9th in the state, tied with Joshua McKinstry, a junior from Camas, who also has the same seed time of 51.11. He is also currently ranked, tied for 9th with Grayson Caldwell in the state 4A division. So Rodney, you jump in and call this race, and I'm going to talk to Madison.
Sounds like a plan. All righty, well, we got the athletes here on the track. Different from the 3A, all but one athlete out here now is using blocks. Looks like Skyview, Lane 2 only athlete not using blocks in this race.
All right, you were talking to somebody, Rodney, so I was mentioning while you were off headset that this is going to be a great race right in the middle of the track. Aiden from Camas in Lane 4 is currently ranked 12th in the state. Grayson Caldwell, who had a great run earlier today from Union, who is only a sophomore, is currently ranked 9th in the state, and he has the same time as Joshua McKinstry from Camas in Lane 6. They are both tied for 9th in the state
this
in the 4A division.
This will make for a good race here at the end here. Lanes 5 and 6.
So again, heading into the wind on the back stretch with the wind on the home stretch. And again, lanes 4, 5, and 6. This is going to be a fast race.
All right, well, we're getting ready to get started here. We had one of the photographers standing up, making sure that she had to sit down so everybody can be seen here by the starters.
Yeah, they're on the inside of the track.
These bigger track meets, we have two starters, two guns out here on the track. So if you hear a second pistol, it'll be from the guy in the back, and that means he saw somebody move prematurely. And we got a clean start. Good move here. Oh, a lot of staggers being made up there. Come around in this last leg.
Two runners from Camas out front. Lane 4.
Yeah, lanes 4 and 6. So Camas first and second. Union struggling on this one. Camas comes across clean. First, second, and Union pulls up to third, the bottom rank there at number 3.
Absolutely commanding run there from Union. Lane 4.
No, that's Aiden from Camas.
I'm sorry. Aiden Montigny from
Yeah.
Camas. Commanding win.
Yeah.
And he just beat 2 runners who are just ahead of him
Just
in the
ahead
stack.
of him. So came out strong, ran a good race. Athlete there from Union. Looks like he struggled a little bit. He didn't really do a whole lot of movement along the back, which where he would have needed to do some movement if he wanted to be in this race at the end.
For our next winner's circle interview, I am joined now by Madison Hubbard from Camas, 2-time district champion today in the 4x1 and the 100. We were bragging on you a little bit earlier. You're only a junior.
Yes.
How did you feel about your races today?
I felt pretty good. I mean, the season's been kind of on and off for me, but it's been pretty exciting to, I don't know, get here, especially because we haven't had a state meet in a while, so it's exciting to work towards that.
You're currently ranked number 1, at least going into today. There's lots of district championships happening today, but ranked number 1 in the 4A division in the 100 meters and a commanding win today. How are you feeling heading into the state round of state meets?
I'm feeling pretty excited, especially because as I go to the bigger meets, I'm going to have more competition, which always helps me run. I really want to run a big PR, so we'll see.
How did your time fare today? I know it's been kind of windy, but how did it stack up against your best?
I don't know my time, so I'm excited to see it.
All you need to know is that you left people in the dust, right?
Yeah.
How was the 400? Rodney Wallace and I were talking about how wonderful your handoffs were. How did you feel grabbing that baton from your third runner?
It definitely felt like one of our better handoffs, especially because this season they've been not great. So it was reassuring to have a good one.
Well, I'd be willing to guess that a lot of your handoffs prior to today have taken place in the rain. So was it was it a lot better to be running on a dry day?
It's very nice, especially because it was a little warmer. So that's good.
Okay. What events are you doing tomorrow?
The 200 and long jump.
All right.
Yeah.
Congratulations, and we'll I think maybe be welcoming you into the winner's circle again tomorrow. So good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks, Madison.
Have a good day.
All right, Madison Hubbard. Somebody said, "Oh, crazy grandpa." Said you wanted to talk to me. Do you really want to? Yes. Come
most
on over.
Definitely.
Your grandpa's not crazy.
Yeah, we got to meet one of. I would imagine Pops is over there as one of those wrestling champions he spoke of.
Okay. So right now on the track for our second to last event of the day, this is the 3A girls 400-meter run, or dash in the parlance of the times. Caitlin Marshbank from Mountain View in lane 1. Leah Powers from Mountain View in lane 2. Allie Jensen from Prairie in lane 3. Emma High from Prairie in lane 4. Maya Swanson Kelso, lane 5. Lane 6 is Morgan Hill from Prairie. Margaret Henson from Evergreen. Kira Sanders in lane 8 from Kelso. And Morgan Gedgery from Mountain View in lane 9. Looks like our timers are ready.
So right there in the middle of the track, Swanson coming in with the fastest time at 5. It could be just about anybody's race. It's going to depend on how they feel. Where the wind has kind of died down a little bit, which is going to make that backstretch a little easier to stay relaxed in. And we'll just kind of see who pulls this out on the last 150 meters.
And I did make a note here for when I'm excited to know that kids with good seed times are coming back.
Yeah.
So Maya Swanson there in lane 5 from Kelso is only a freshman.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Well, then those are some good numbers.
Yeah, so she's coming in with a seed time of about 62.64 seconds.
Yeah. we got runners in every lane. And about half of them are using blocks.
Just waiting on the word from the timer's tent, it looks like. Guns up.
We're ready to go here. And we're off.
Boy, Maya Swanson in lane 5
Swanson,
out
good
quick.
one. She's already moving. Let's see how she looks like. Looks like she's settled in here on the back stretch. Let's kind of see how that goes. That wind's blowing pretty big back there. Swanson is dropping off a lot. See if she's going to be able to pick that back up as she comes back over here in this last turn.
Yeah, she settled. She settled back a little bit, right?
She sure did, but now she's back on the move. She's coming around the curve. She's going to come out of this stagger here. It looks like in first place or close to it.
Looked for a second like she thought she was running 200.
Yeah, right. And good for her. She's going to nice kick here on the last about 75 meters to make sure she puts in enough to get across that finish line in first place. Good job, good run. Looks like it took a lot out of her.
She dug back into it.
Yeah.
After easing up on that back stretch.
She slowed down a lot on the back stretch.
And then Morgan Hill from Prairie in second place. She had the second fastest seed time going in.
Mm-hmm.
So good work for Maya Swanson, just a freshman. Get some more experience and see what happens the next couple years.
Nice run. She left everything out there on that one. That was all she had, it looked like.
Definitely want to give credit to the race officials. Adam Matheson, the athletic director, track coach, football coach from Mountain View High School. Rory Rosenbach from Union High School, football coach, track coach, for running a meet that has been exactly on schedule.
Yeah, sure has been. Well-run meet tonight.
Sometimes when you get out there, dual meets, tri-meets, you can be out there a long time when you don't have enough people doing stuff. Run behind schedule.
No, this one stayed ahead of schedule the entire time.
So let's run down the lane assignments for this last race of the day. Claire Reberg from Union in lane 1, Stephanie Edwards from Camas in lane 2, Sitlali Fonseca from Union in lane 3, Evelyn Reed from Skyview lane 4, Elisa Marshall from Camas in lane 5, Daphne Evenson from Skyview in lane 6, Piper Wise Cruz from Camas in lane 7, Rebecca Petty from Camas is in lane 8, and Olivia Fenton from Skyview is in lane 9. The notes I made here, just like that last race, Maya Swanson, a freshman, our 3 fastest seed times there in the center of your track. Evelyn Reed, Elisa Marshall, and Daphne Evenson, lanes 4, 5, and 6. Skyview, Camas, Skyview, all freshmen.
Man. That is nice. That's something nice to think about. What the type of athletes we're going to have down here for the next 3 years.
So Elisa Marshall with the fastest seed time, 1 minute, 0.87 seconds.
60 seconds.
And our 4 fastest seed times there in lane 4, 5, and 6. all three of those runners, freshmen.
They're right there next to each other,
and they're
man.
all using blocks.
Yep, and the other two around are, 62 lows or 61 lows?
Right.
And she's a 60 high. They're right there. That ought to be a nice race here at the end. Yeah, and they're all freshmen and they're all using blocks already. Yeah.
Yeah. When Rodney says "yeah," you know he means it. Reminder for folks watching on Comcast 328 and on our Evergreen Public Schools YouTube channel, whether you're watching from Kelso or Prairie or any of our 4A, 3A Greater St. Helens League teams, we will be back on the air for day 2 of the Greater St. Helens League Track and Field Championships tomorrow about 3:45, and again the event will run from about 3:45 until 7 in the evening. Rodney and I are going to wear warmer clothes and bring some blankets.
Yeah,
because it's
some
supposed
rain
to start
gear,
raining. Some rain gear, some snorkels.
Right, whatever we need to get through the night.
Final event of the day here from McKenzie Stadium.
All right. Runners settling into the blocks here. Clean start.
I don't think we've had a single false start today.
Not all day. That's good.
Boy, Elisa Marshall out fast.
Fast, already out. See how she kind of settles in back here. There she goes. You can kind of see him kind of settle in on that back lap. We'll see if lanes 4 and 5 go with her. Right now, she is having the best run. Here comes the other two lanes.
There's Skyview coming.
Here's where the stagger is actually made up, so they're starting to show up here. She's going to come out of this still in first place. Skyview right there on her heels. We'll see if she's going to be able to get that kick.
That's Evelyn Reed from Skyview in lane 4.
And that is just an outstanding run from the freshman from Camas. As Camas Skyview, and that is Union. Just the way they line up on the sheet here. No, I'm sorry, Skyview.
Daphne Evenson.
Daphne Evenson. I'm sorry. So that is Camas Skyview.
Yes, and Daphne Evenson placed third, though she had the second fastest seed time of the day. Maybe not her best race of the season. I see her shrugging her shoulders. You know,
she's like, "Hey, they're taking the top 3. I got in."
It is what it is. Congratulations to all of our winners today. Thanks once again to all of our camera operators, and of course, and as always, Wade Ferguson in the truck. He got to be a little bit warmer than all of the rest of us. Rodney, thank you so much for coming out.
Yes, no problem. I enjoyed it, every minute of it.
Like to be back doing this. We will be back, like I said, once again tomorrow, 3:45 until about 7 o'clock tonight. We hope you will tune in. And so with that, I bid you farewell until next time. Take it away, Xander at TV Etc.